We're glad you guys found the channel. We welcome your comments as you chat along with us, as we see XIV, whatever, Motorsports being the first person to chat for the night. So
yeah, it's kind of like a mini all-star break we had where it's just take a couple weeks off and enjoy the weather, and now we're back to racing.
Like we said, it's got to be 95 degrees sweltering heat tonight, and we're going to do indoor-outdoor track as we look from up high above, turn number 7, right?
Yeah, you could tell it's hot when those doors are right at the bottom.
Yeah, we don't throw them up all the way because the air conditioning will escape too much. It's already hot enough as it is.
Yeah.
As we look on board with Tyler Stevenson, who is
back-to-back.
Yeah, back-to-back winners. He won the last 2 rounds. And they, unfortunately, they put the qualification rounds a little bit opposite of what they probably should have. So we're going to have all the veteran guys go out first, set qualification times, and then we'll have everybody else joining. Looks like we're going to have 25 drivers tonight.
It's very good.
So it's going to keep Adam busy on replay.
Shay is in the chat saying, let's go, Mark. Mark always has a bunch of fans.
On board with Anthony Narofsky. A lot of these guys running some gas karts yesterday. The Endurance...
Yeah, a lot of them.
Endurance Karting was in Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh International Raceway. And Tyler Stevenson came in a little early today. I thought it was because he was going to have to readjust to electric karts. He had no problems getting back down to 39.0 lap times.
He was just saying that he wanted to... He hasn't been here for a while, so he wanted to warm up a little bit.
He didn't have to adjust hardly at all, as you see the blue man.
Yeah, he threw down some pretty fast times right away.
I said I made the thumbnail for this video, and I noticed that he was wearing the same shirt, and he's like, I know, that's why I wore it, because he won, so good luck. Just waiting for track marshals to get the cars out and running. They can start anytime, so... This is a timed qualification session. It should be 6 minutes on the clock. They'll have 3 groups, like we said. After we get done with qualifications, we're going to sort everybody fastest to slowest, and we're going to go to a B main and then an A main. B main being the slower group of drivers, and the A main being the faster group. And it's a 30-minute race. So if you're new to electric karting, you may know that a 30 minutes is kind of unique, and it's a little bit of a challenge. We have high-capacity lithium batteries in these cars. And if you have questions about those as we go along, we welcome your comments. I know a lot of our viewers that are watching live with us are repeats, and they're familiar with our drivers and their friends and family and stuff like that. But we always welcome the comments for anybody who's finding this channel for the first time. Because if you've been to a K1 Speed, you know that about a 6-minute race is about all you get. So in order to do 30 minutes here, we've got all kinds of goodies and technologies and stuff that we like to showcase here on the live stream.
They know they're supposed to be using the timing... The speed thing, right?
I think they just launched. There's 6 minutes on the clock as Gavin launches there. And we'll go on board with Anthony as well.
Yeah, I remember I was talking to Zach, and Zach was saying that your team came in 3rd yesterday. And then I just started finding out that every other person that races here was there.
Yeah, it was like a whole
wow,
K1 Speed Canton thing out in Pittsburgh yesterday. We've been testing the new onboard cameras to their maximum potential, and tonight will be the first time live streaming with the indoor-outdoor track. We'll see how it does. But yeah, yesterday, so we had David Pons, who's a friend of the channel, and everybody knows him if you've followed along before, as well as RJ, which I don't think we've ever had here because he's from another state. We had him on the team, and we finished 3rd. It's sad to say we were a little disappointed with 3rd, but overall, with 20-some teams...
RJ's pretty quick.
Yeah, RJ's really good.
He was out in California. We got Nina Albright in the chat saying, go Harrison and Adam. This is their first endurance race.
Yeah. Long-time racers, but first endurance, right?
Yes.
They
race every Saturday.
Saturday or Sundays?
Saturday, Sunday, both.
Yeah,
either Saturday or Sunday. They're here at least once a weekend.
Yeah, they're going to be gearing up for the endurance race in the fall. Tyler Stevenson really hugs the left-hand side.
That was really close,
yeah. Looked like he was going to clip the entrance to the pit lane entrance there. Anthony, the top of the board, 38.6 so far.
Especially with the outdoor track being open. I'm sure we touched on this last time, but there is a you only get 15 boost a kart.
Yeah.
And there's multiple spots you can hit the boost, especially with the outdoor being open. So it's just wonder how many people save their boost or use them all at one time.
And remember, too, the reason you have a timed qualification run is because you can swap the kart if you want to during this qualification run. We've seen Anthony Narowski, who's currently on the leaderboard.
He's done it twice.
He's done it both, yeah. Both times
I don't
we've
know if
offered
he's
it.
going to do it this time. He might enjoy his kart.
As he's definitely scrubbing some speed from that run.
Jensen just jumped all the way up to third. Anthony with the fastest time so far, 38.449. Still got about 3.5 minutes to go. I know Gavin today during just driving, arrive and drive, he was throwing down some very fast times.
He hit a 37.7, I believe.
Something, yeah.
With boost.
Michael said that's his favorite to win today.
Yeah. He's going to hit the outdoor track, as we'll see Gavin in the turquoise helmet. Yeah, another one of those drivers who was busy doing gas karts. Let's follow him. Gavin is round on the outside. In the turquoise.
Tyler jumps up to 38.3, his fastest time so far.
Tyler's heading inside right there. Lots of drivers and lots of helmets to learn.
It's good. Looks like everybody's almost into the 38s.
38.393 versus a 38.399. First and second separated by thousandths.
Dave with the 38.476 too.
Here comes Gavin outside.
I feel like he kind of goes a little wide out there on that stretch. Maybe it just sets him up better. Oh, Dominic with a 38.1. So far we've had 3 different leaders in this qualifier.
Where is Dom on track?
Got a red helmet. He's out there. Out there.
Right behind PJ. The number 23 machine. Haven't seen anybody hit the pits yet. Becomes a little bit more risky with the outdoor track open. If you want to swap karts,
you might only get 1 lap.
Yeah. You gotta warm up quick. You got to be certain that you're going to improve if you swap. Nope, he's going to back off of that one too. I think it's going to put Alex Eckelberry quickly on his tail. And if Alex is on a heater, Dom better be moving over. Alex Eckelberry with a new helmet as of a couple races ago.
All orange.
He has been organized on a 6-hour team. I think the name of it is Orange Papaya.
Really? I think he's on
name.
It with Xander, right?
Yeah.
You'll see Xander
and
in the
Ethan.
upcoming race.
Dom doesn't improve, obviously, because he was sliding over for that. This is going to be white flag.
Yep.
That guy right there in the red helmet, top of the leaderboard, Dom D'Angelo.
Oh, Dom just pulls off to the side.
Yeah, he's going to abandon that one. So we'll switch back to the first camera, and Anthony already pitting. All right, well, he called it quits on that one. 38.29, though.
Alex is able to move up at all. 38.8 didn't beat his best time, but a faster lap.
We'll be watching as everybody else crosses the start-finish line to see if anybody improves. And I believe that is it.
Super close to everybody to the 38s.
Although I see Armand looking down the front straightaway. Maybe there's another car. All right, there we go.
It's Gavin.
That's Gavin. He bumps up, but just to third spot.
Oh.
As the 33, Dave Patterson finalizes his final lap. All right, now
beautiful.
We have your finalize. So there you go. Dom D'Angelo, provisional pole sitter, 38.1, and Tyler Stevens and Gavin Patterson with very similar lap times with Anthony Narowski in fourth. All those guys in the 38.2s.
Very close times.
Dave Patterson only 0.2 off of that. Now Jensen, who just hit the bottom of your screen there, we didn't talk about him on that qualification run, the 38.7, but he was your winner for the first round. So
he was, yes.
Even with the potential of starting 7th. He's certainly shown he's got pace for this kind of race.
It looks like we have Jackson Park. He's here today, just watching, not racing.
Oh.
Wishes he could race, but happy for him to show up and cheer the guys on. I know he's good friends with some of the kids out here racing.
Yep, we wish you were here, Jackson, too. Qualification group number 2 will be coming up.
Looks like we will have Mason in this race. Mason does have the outdoor track record as of now with a 38.64. Looks like Armand's letting them out onto the track.
There you'll have your time for pole up there, 38.127. See if anybody from this group can beat that time. As we go on board with Kyle Donahue. I know you've talked with Kyle quite a bit.
Yeah,
A lot of practicing.
super cool guy. Very cool. He comes in twice a week, it feels like now. He's really trying to work on his outdoor times. I know he's been hovering around the 40s. He got into like 39, like 7s. He's really been practicing with the outdoor. Running races with these better people like this will get your times better. You follow their lines and figure out more of the stuff that they do. There's always just like you hit a spot where it's just that one turn that if you could do better at that turn, your time will be faster than
A lot of times.
yeah. A lot of it's like the carousel.
It's like steps. Usually the first step is a big chunk of time you can take off because you're getting used to the car. Then you start working on a couple corners. But then when you're really down to these last tenths.
One thing.
Yep. So we'll take a ride along with Kyle Donahue as he goes around the outdoor track. Once he hits the front straightaway, we'll walk you through the track all the way start to finish. A little hard on the braking there as he tries to get out of the S's.
Yeah, I know I struggled with that S turn a lot. When we first had that outdoor track open and we were running in some leagues, I always struggled out there.
All right, here we go. Front straightaway. Turn number 1 is 180 degrees. Quick lift back into 2. 2 is a short shoot into 3, which takes you into the kink, which is turn 4. There's a very fast lift, but back on the throttle. You don't want to lose your momentum, especially with outdoor. And then you're into the full straightaway. You'll see guys sometimes lift a little bit right here in this corner, but otherwise keep the momentum into your braking zone. As you go through the S's and you round your way back inside the garage door, hit a little bit of a bump, although it's been shaved down here in the last few weeks. As you then try to navigate your speed through the carousel back to the front straightaway.
Yeah, I have noticed it's been. Did you guys shave it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did notice that the other day. I think I was racing yesterday, and I didn't feel that bump that you usually would feel.
It's been especially helpful for the juniors because the juniors used to upset the pedal extenders every time they went over it. To make that clanking sound. But that's a lot smoother now. So we also got an onboard with Xander Carson. We'll get to the points here in just a minute. I believe Xander is sitting in the 10th spot for the overall standings of this series.
Yeah, I believe Xander is the one that's on Alex's team with Ethan.
Yep,
Those
Ethan.
two.
Yep,
Ethan. Yeah.
and you can see Ethan at the top of the leaderboard, right next to Katy Wise, about 3/10, almost exactly 3/10. Xander does not improve on that one, but a new helmet for Xander. Looks like some carbon fiber.
We have D Lemon in the chat saying go Kyle.
Go Kyle.
A lot of people are getting new helmets recently.
Well, they're getting involved in the sport, and they're standing in a...
I really like that helmet. Pretty cool.
It's really cool. All that. Yeah.
Matches the glove. It actually matches K1 colors.
I think it's pretty expensive, too.
Probably.
We'll get
Look
the
at
outside shot of him, yeah. A little bit of tint to it for the outdoor. Ethan Mask goes purple, improves, 38.9.
The heck was that?
Somebody pounding the barrier.
We got Justin here. Justin is a part of another 6 Hours team. It's the dads, I believe, the dad team.
Yeah. So if you
Not sure who all would be on that team.
so it's the dads of a bunch of junior racers.
I know so far Justin and Clinton. And I know Clinton is here tonight as well.
Is he? I heard he was
doesn't know
supposed
what
to
he's
be.
getting himself
Yeah.
into, he was saying, but he's going to try because he is going to be a part of the 6 Hour team.
Ethan in number 32. Xander already pulled off, but Ethan's just going to keep going. He went purple 38.8 on that last lap. Xander just slightly better, bumping Katy, and Mason jumping up there to third.
Hopefully some of these guys know about the boost.
Yeah, that is key.
I always get nervous that people just forget.
The last time on the last round, round number 1, qualification round number 1, was a 39.09. So some of these guys are Ethan and Xander bumping into that group, possibly splitting there with Mark Davis.
See if we can just follow Ethan a little bit through here.
Yeah, it's a good strategy since Ethan's a little bit faster.
Here they go. See if any of them can move at all.
Yep, got to get across the timing line.
Oh, he did get. He got 39.13, so he did get faster than his best so far.
As I think he took the checkered flag in the face.
Chelsea's asking if we could put a camera on Mark for the main. We will try our best and let the track ops know. As Nathan gets into the 39s. Ricky and Justin are into the 41s.
They're supposed to hang a quick left there. Looks like some of the other guys missed the pit entry.
He's like, Ethan, what are you doing?
But nobody bumping Dom off the pole at this point.
Not yet.
With that 38.1. Good times, though. Most everybody getting 7 laps on the board for that last qualification.
That's what we want.
Yep, and this one too. So 6 minutes working out pretty well.
I'm excited to see who's in this one. I think this is going to be based on a lot of our newer drivers that are here today, this qualifier. So there could be some shocking times. We don't know how these guys are going to do.
Yeah, so if you guys are just joining us, we're in the qualification round. So we're just, once we get everybody qualified, we'll jump into the final 30-minute races. We'll have 2 races tonight, B main and A main. We'll get this last group qualified so that we can sort them all out. Oh, it looks like we'll be on board with Clinton. Good choice. He's the one who said he doesn't know what he's getting himself into.
Yeah. When I saw him out there, he's like, I don't know what I'm getting myself into.
Well, I can tell you, you're going to be running for these cars for 6 hours. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the dads, there's a bunch of junior racers that have gotten really involved and doing really well here. Very competitive junior leagues that were run on the first Tuesday of every month. And the dads, I don't know, got together, or maybe Mark Davis's grandpa kind of organized them and forced them into a team. But they're like, hey, you guys need to run the 6 hours in September. And apparently they all agreed somehow, or he forced them to. I'm not sure.
I think we're all waiting for the moment to see Mark's grandpa in a kart racing. At least one race or something.
He guaranteed that one wasn't going to happen. But we've got those guys. Very excited to have a team from K1 Speed Columbus joining us. And hopefully, if you guys are watching up there in Traverse City, You guys are going
Aaron.
to get your team registration together, and we're going to have another representative team from K1 Speed running the 6-hour Twilight race September
Awesome.
12th.
Yeah, Clinton is the father of Josephine, who is one of our top junior racers. We'll see if Clinton has learned anything from his daughter.
He's taking lessons from her. This is also going to be the qualification for Adam and
Harrison, yes.
Yeah. Another father-son
There
combo.
was somebody in the chat, Michaela, who said, let's go George, as it looks like George is in this race.
Reading on the number 4 of George Leppert.
And then Noah Bartzak. I think that today is his first time actually here racing, so we'll see how he can do. And
Yeah, has he not raced the track at all? We don't have any record of that, right?
we don't have any records.
So we don't know what his history is, but we'll see what he can do.
I know Aaron, Michael, and maybe it was George or Robert were here earlier today running races, and they were convinced to run our endurance race.
I mean, if you're going to run a league, that's the best way to jump in.
This is, yeah. Could try out the boost button. Everybody always asks for boost. Here you go. As Adam's already with his first lap is a 39.4. Adam could throw down some
Dang.
quick times.
Yeah.
Him and Harrison, and his son I think has the junior outdoor record.
We'll find car number 1 on the track. And as soon as we do, we'll switch to that. Looks like cameraman
There he
Zach's
is.
already got him.
Look at that black helmet. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Holding that nice tight turn 1 in car number 1. And he's going to hit that straight away, try to keep up the momentum. And this would be a good time to hit that boost button. Long straightaway, holding on for traction as you get into the braking zone, or some call it the lift zone if you're really good.
Now with the heat being this hot, what does that do to the track?
Usually makes it a little bit slipperier.
Slippery?
Yeah. Sun's been beating on it all day. We got a little bit of shade from the trees as the sun starts to set.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's going to help a little bit.
He best his time with the 39.0.
It's going to give those 38 guys a run for their money.
He is.
Yeah, most of the track's covered in shade now, so we'll just have ambient temperatures keeping the track warm now, and I think that's going to help it a little bit. There seems to be that middle threshold where obviously you need track temperature for heat, but then once it gets above a certain temperature, it starts to become slipperier. But as we've seen with these cars and these tire compounds, humidity really helps a lot.
38.5. Wow.
Wow.
That puts
Blistering
him right
fast.
up there. I think maybe top 5?
We'll go back.
Oh, no, because there was 4, 5, so maybe like top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Puts him in 6th place as of right now, at the next highest score time being
Yeah,
38.4.
above Alex Eckelberry, one of the veterans of the series.
Also wearing orange.
Oh, yeah. Team Orange right there.
As George jumps up to 39.6. A very good time. Same with what Aaron is throwing down as well. See if he can best that. No, 38.7. Got probably about 2 laps to go. Harrison's at a 39.3. And Aaron gets up to a 39.6.
Well, Noah, for being the first time, 41.6. We consider the pro level times less than 41 seconds, so he's only 6/10 off for driving the track for the first time.
I believe in a 30-minute race, he'll be in the 39s by the end of the day.
Yeah. Especially if he can get behind somebody and follow.
Yeah.
At this point, potentially putting Adam Albright into the A main, as he's going to round the track again through the carousel.
One more lap.
Oh, a
39.5.
5.3 versus a 5.8.
No, 39. It was a 39.
Oh, sorry, 39, yeah.
So this will be his last lap. Let's see if he could throw anything down.
Run a little wide into turn 4. Hugging the outside track as he comes around by you, camera 2. There he goes.
That was good.
Nice and smooth through the S's.
A little wide right there, but that'll do. See how his carousel, how tight he hugs it. Not too bad. We'll see if he's slamming the boost button. 39.4. No, he might have just ran out of boost. You never know. You could have just started using a bunch of boost for those couple laps. I know that's what I would do.
Check on board with Clinton again because
should have about one. This should be his last lap.
Yes, as long as he can make it across the time. I mean, he's got 20 seconds to make it across the start finish.
He's at a 40.132. I know he doesn't really race a lot, so that's still pretty good.
Yeah. 10 seconds to get away.
8 seconds.
Got to make it around
the carousel. Slam the boost button.
Go.
He's got it.
There, he got it on the board with a 40.514.
As Harrison with a 39.153 coming in second behind his father.
Oh, and there Noah getting in the 40.5.
40.5. And Robert, 40.6.
Everybody's below that 41-second threshold. Great job by everybody. Phew, that was a lot of qualifying. So happy to see so many drivers interested in this series. One of the things I don't like about the once a month is that there's so much time in between, and we had a 5-month. Yeah, so. But congratulations, Dom D'Angelo, pole sitter for round number 4.
Dom has not won yet. It's just been Tyler twice and Jensen once. So maybe we can get a different winner this month. But it will be fun because August, right? That's 2.
August is a doubleheader.
We have a doubleheader.
2 weeks back to back.
I like that.
And then that first week of September is Exhibition of Speed, which is completely unrelated to this kind of event. And then the following week, we go racing on a Friday night for 6 hours. Team event, not individual. A lot of people think that because it's a long race that they have to run it by themselves, and they don't. But it just gives us a mid-season point from the 12 hours, which runs in March. And so that puts us right in the middle of September for the 6 hours. And we call it the Twilight Race because, as you can see, like in the back corner of your shot there, you're going to race into the sunset, much like tonight, racing similar times of the day, 6:30 p.m., hopefully.
But you'll be running until midnight?
Yeah, 12:30 or later, hopefully.
Hopefully not later.
Yeah. But that reminds us of something else with regards to that event. Do you want to tell everybody about what's coming right before that event?
There is the junior endurance race. It's in the works right now. We're still got to figure out some details about it and everything, but it's a good chance it will be happening.
So by popular demand, we've got a bunch of juniors who want to run some longer races. Done a lot of testing to see what the junior cars can do. They also run lithium batteries, and right now they can run easily about a 20-minute race.
Which we will be doing a couple test races, just to figure to get a more exact time. But for the first, the one before the 6 hours will be invite only, and there will be invitations that we will be handing out to the kids eventually once we figure out more details.
And the official name of that is going to be
the Rising Stars.
Rising Stars, because we honestly do think that these juniors are going to continue to progress in their racing careers, and they'll move up to our adult karts, and then who knows what else.
I know Mark's grandpa is talking about Ryan potentially moving up already and stuff. Like, yeah, I mean, once they can start sitting in those adult karts, they're going to be jumping right to them. Then they're going to be in the Endurance League, and then the big pile-on effect.
That's what we want to see. Get them involved in racing, catch the bug, and watch them grow. As we've seen a couple of these drivers tonight do, we'll probably touch on those guys again, but Gavin and Jensen, advancing on to gas karts and doing very well in it. I think Gavin has his own gas kart now.
Really?
Yep. I think that's as of last week. And let's talk about some point standings. After round 3, we got Tyler Stevenson, who has won back-to-back races. He's up there on top of the points. He got fastest lap of the race last time, which is worth 2 points, and those are the bonus points on offer.
And take note, this is without the
without
You can
dropping.
lose without dropping your
Without
one.
dropping the lowest, yeah. Which we'll get it. We'll start tracking those as we get towards the final rounds because that'll become more important. But
Because I know you might be looking like at Dom down there at 7, but he has missed one.
correct. Yeah.
And usually Dom is pretty fast racer and is towards the top as he did set the pole for this one.
Of course, I think I can tell you already. If we drop the lowest score of everybody, Dom is in 9th place, I think. No, that doesn't look right. He would have 44 points. Tyler would have 78. I don't
Well,
know.
no, you got to take one away from Tyler.
Well, oh yeah, we still got to drop the lowest. Okay, so we won't deal with that yet. So we're just going to deal right
Not
now
yet.
with everyone as it stands.
But as you can see, there's some pretty close. As you have Dom and PJ tied at 44, and Nathan and Xander at 39, and Alex sitting there at 40.
And the
Mark-
reason Nathan and Xander are really tied is because the tiebreaker is the best finishing average, and
Which is the same.
they are the same. So even though Dom and PJ are tied, with Dom missing a round, he's got a higher finishing average. Oh, I just saw Jackson in the background of that shot.
No, yeah, that's what I was saying. He is
he was
here.
like physically here. Yeah, I thought he was just watching on the stream. So
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how some of the teams shape out for the 6 hours.
yeah, a lot of these drivers at the very top of the point standings have already been recruited. I think first 6 drivers are already on teams. Other ones.
Yeah, what about Dom?
Dom? Not yet.
How many spots do we have remaining? Was it 2?
So there's 2 team spots left.
Okay.
We think we know who the 9th spot was going to be, but they just need to sign up. And
Okay.
we can run the event with 9. And then if we get one additional team, all the better.
David Pons, has he?
Nope, he'll be running another race that week.
But he's not controlling a team.
Yeah, he's not controlling a team. Guess who's going to be the pole sitter for the B main group? None other than Katy Wise. Squiggly says,
Respect to the cameraman outside for operating a camera in 100 degrees. It really
Yes.
is. Like,
thank you so much, Nathan, out there on camera 2.
hopefully he has like a tank top on and some short shorts because it is so hot.
I think the only redeeming quality is that the sun is setting, so it's
Yeah.
not beating overhead anymore. And Nathan's got an especially good challenge with trying to learn all the drivers and their different helmets and stuff. So that's why when we talk about the position of the cars, we're just trying to help him out as he listens to us cover the broadcast for you guys.
Ugh. Yeah, tomorrow's supposed to
No,
be hotter.
Yeah, it's gonna be a couple weeks of it. Can't get it turned on, Owen. It's just the camera. The sender is on. It works. Sender's working. So you got power. It's just the camera that's not on.
See, I still feel like Katie always just listens to us.
She's talking to PJ. If you can't get it, just pull it off the cart because we don't need to run it if it's not going to run.
K1's finest.
But try to test it for us so we can get it going, okay, for the other race.
All right, here we go. 30 minutes.
Drivers will be watching for the lights. This is your B main. It's a 30-minute race. After this concludes, we'll be back into the A main with the faster drivers. But this is going to set the points for half of the field tonight. 25 points on offer for the winner of the A main, all the way down -1 through the field. If you can be the biggest mover, you get a bonus point, and fastest lap of the race also gives you 2 bonus points. Off they go. Katy Wise leads the field in round number 4.
Looks like a pretty clean start we have.
Except the guys in the back, it looks like between Ricky and Justin, fighting it out between the 8 and 23 as the rest of the pack of the fronts head to the outside as the Bull and the number 32 leads.
7 and 20.
Mason and Aaron going at it side by side.
It looks like Mason's able to get around him.
Everybody trying to get through the S's without too much incident except for back there Was that Robert or Noah? I
Looks like
believe.
that was Justin that might have. Looks like that was Justin that might have hit him. I don't think we're that far ahead.
Looks like George kind of ran a little bit wide. He's having a hard time with running through turn number 2, but that's going to jam up the rest of the field for Mason and Aaron back there as they kind of round through turn number 3. Katy's got a huge lead on the field. Let's catch to the rest of the guys coming outdoors. It's number 7, Mason Costello, trying to look on the inside, but then he does outbrake number 34 of Aaron, and he's going to have that position.
Here's the replay if you want to look at the replay of that
We'll
turn.
let them get this sorted out, and we'll come back to the replays on that for the outdoor. Make sure you don't squeeze them in this corner. That was one of the things this driver's meeting was supposed to worry about.
Yep, because right there you're still able to take it if you are going a little wide. Looks like
That was Kyle Donahue in the 15.
it's looking like he's breaking away a little bit.
But now Nathan's kind of waiting for George to kind of make his spot and determine where he's going to go. They're going to go outside. Pick up those guys right there. Number 9. Nathan kind of looking the inside. Outbreaks him. Going to get a pass.
Yeah, I think George is breaking a little too hard going into that first turn outside.
If it's your first position.
He's jamming it up.
Yeah, if it's your first position race and this is the first time running from the standing start, it's a different experience.
It really is.
So Nathan Blackerby moving up into the number 5 spot. Katy have no problems getting away from the field.
Mason is moving up the charts, though.
Yeah, but Aaron's sticking right with him now. Now that they've made that swap,
And Kyle's
they're going to hit
him as well.
inside, and now they're going to hit.
But man, Katy's really just pulling away.
Yeah, this is the battle we're following right now. We're overhead with turn camera number 1. The number 7 and the number 26, Mason and Aaron. Both guys having a little bit of oversteer, I think, going through those corners. Here they come outside. Follow to your right. There they go, right there. Those guys right there. I see KY's just keep going purple lap after lap.
She's flying right now. As it looks like we have our first person pitting. Not exactly sure who that was.
Are you going to find out, or?
Zach can put the camera on him. Looks like Ricky has came into the pit. He's going a little slow on his pit time. He's got to buckle it up and get out there. He's already a little delayed.
All right, we'll pick up the on-track action again. So there's Mason hitting the timing line. We've now got a little bit more of a gap between Mason and Aaron, but Katy still checked out 3 seconds from the field.
Not exactly sure was...
Ricky getting started in his new number 32, but I'm not sure if he's got full speed yet. They're going to check from the track marshal stand. There we go. And let's check outside. Pan off to your right a little bit so we can pick up the cars as they come outside. And we'll see who we're following here.
27 kart. Oh, it's not 27 kart. That might be Ricky. Yeah, there's Ricky. So
Yeah.
Ricky and Michael are outside right now.
We have kart 25 coming into the pits.
Looks like Clinton's trying to make the pass right now on George.
They're going to hit the doors right there. And we'll follow on board with George as they're going to
So
go side by side to the outside.
Little slow-mo action going through this turn. George is getting better at that outdoor.
Yeah. There. Now we've caught him up overhead here.
Clinton's just breathing down him.
Yeah, Clinton's hot on his tails. little bit of slide sideways through 3, and that's going to give Clinton the opportunity to take 4, and then he's going to take the position. 33 passed.
And Nathan is catching
There they go, outside.
right back up onto them, right on their tail. Looks like all the karts are coming to a stop.
All right, while they do that, let's go back to the replay that you have queued up.
Yeah, this was the first turn or the first lap outside. As you can see, kind of in the top left, as you can see right there. Not sure what kart number that is.
So that, Nathan Blackerby has the dark helmet, but I think he had already gone by, right? So it wasn't. Was it Clinton that had?
No, I want to say this was Justin and Michael. As you can see, he just hits the side of his car and pushes him out.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
He did say sorry. Not sure if he was able to give that position back, but it looks like Michael did drop a little bit.
We're going to give you speed. Just have to make sure your foot is not on the pedal.
Yep.
Is that Katy right there in the bottom of the shot?
It is.
All right, so we'll have the leader coming by here in a second. Yeah, we've already said that, so. Go.
They're green. There they go. And all right, we got 21 minutes left.
I think we got everybody on there. We might still add another minute there. We'll let Armand decide whether that was worth another minute with the restart. But
have only had 2 people pit, right?
Kyle Donahue and George still going at it down there in the 15 and 33 machines. 15 and 21. As we try to get reorganized here.
Does look like Nathan was able to get past George some point through there.
They're coming inside, Zach. Right there, Nathan and Zach. We're trying to locate like a particular battle on track, but there are so many people who are spread out.
Yeah, it looks yeah.
We don't have a particular close battle to follow as of yet, so we're looking around to see if there's anything else going on the track. Those 2 guys are coming outside, side by side.
Wow, Clinton just, he's just lapping him. It's Clinton and Justin.
So he's already put Justin a lap down.
Yeah, but you can see that there is Nathan catching up onto
coming inside,
Clinton.
Zach. Right there.
Nathan's just going to have to get around Justin, and then he'll be right behind Clinton. Looks like Clinton picked up a lot of speed around that outside.
Yes, we're watching car number 9 of Nathan Blackerby. He's hitting turn number 4 right now. He's in battle with 21, but that is lap traffic of Justin Walker as they go out. Typically, we'll get a blue flag on this particular situation, but both black helmets. Hard to tell the difference between the 2 cars. They're going to go side by side into the doors.
Should be able to get past him right through here. Yep, there he goes.
He's going to run wider, so Nathan can get back inside. Now Nathan can set his sights on the number 33 of Clinton Matthews. Clinton did a 39.9 last time by. Your leader doing a 39.8, so Clinton right on pace there so far.
Do we know if Nathan's part of the dad's group?
No, he's not.
No?
Nope. Follow the number 9 as he hits the straightaway. Coming out. Perfect, right there.
Oh, the other number 9.
Yeah, the 2 black helmets.
They do look
they
alike.
Look very similar there. Justin is sawing at the wheel, going through the S's.
So it looks like Noah is right behind George, coming around the carousel as well right here. These guys are battling for 8th place.
And Noah's the guy we talked about, as far as we know, this first race
time,
here.
yeah.
If he has any previous experience at a K1, we just don't have record of it. So
yeah, I wonder what times he's been putting down. It looks like he got 40.6 for right now, but I wonder what his fastest lap is. Definitely think he'll be getting into the 39.
Now he's going to follow the 21 of Justin Walker. They hit the straightaway. Yep.
Here they come. Yep, he's going to be able to pass Justin around this turn again.
Got the onboard for George here. He hits the brakes a little hard and spins sideways. He's going to have to go to the outside of the carousel. Hopefully he don't get squeezed here.
Nope, good. Yep, and Amon is letting them know to let pass. Hopefully George doesn't think he's telling him that flag. Yep, you got
Michael Kahn in the pits.
Noah and George right behind each other.
Anytime he's going to push him out to the side.
Noah tried to go outside.
Looking to the inside of that corner. No, that's going to cost him a lot of momentum there. 23 with Noah in the blue shirt. Followed by the number 21 there, who is Justin Walker, but now going a lap down. You see the timer in the upper right-hand corner. That means somebody has pitted, and when that time expires, they're allowed to leave the pits. But we're going to stay with on-track action here as the clock goes down, and Katy Wise goes purple, 39-0.
39-0, yeah.
Now George has got a good lead on that pack, and he's got clear track space in front of him as we'll go on board with him. Let's see what kind of line he's doing. Last time he had a hard time with this corner here. He overbroke. This time he's going to run a little wide, and then that's also going to push on the carousel.
He did correct himself a little bit better going around that carousel.
Staying off the walls is good.
So he's at a 40.4. Noah's still at a 40.6, and Robert's at a 40.5. Katy goes purple into the 38s, 38.9.
Yeah, first 38 of the race. One thing you always have to remember with boost is when you press it, if it's still on and you're entering the corner, it'll carry you.
It will carry you.
So you got to be careful to not hit that right before you go to a tight braking zone, because you'll usually lock up the brakes and it'll overdrive the car into the corner, and then that'll usually cause a lot of understeer in the car too. Otherwise, Katy's got a huge gap on the field, 34 seconds between Katy and Mason Costello.
That's crazy.
She likes leading the B main, though. That's been working out pretty well for her last couple races.
Looks like there might be something on the ground out there.
All right, the number 7, Mason Costello, is coming outside. We'll pick up him.
George did have a better turn there. He's getting that turn down.
Look at this physical difference between 7 and 26 of Aaron and Mason in the number 2 and number 3 spots.
Yeah, Aaron, first time running Endurance, and he's been doing really well today.
Yeah, he almost cut right in there with Mason, because Mason swung out wide in that corner.
Mason's definitely he's quick. He can throw down quick times. So if Aaron can just follow him, he can figure out Mason's line and be quicker himself.
I can also see how deliberate he is being letting off the throttle. You see that with his foot way off the gas.
Which person?
As they go outside. It's Mason.
Mason?
Yeah. Oh, no, he hits him sideways. Oh, no. That's going to stop him on the outdoor track.
Oh.
That should cause a yellow because he is going sideways on that. Yeah, I'm not sure. He bumped him extra hard from the outside. Looks like it just caused Mason to be a little unstable, I think. We'll try to get the replay here for you in a second. As we approach the second stoppage of the race. All right, we got a replay of this, so let's switch to that. Go ahead. Here they come outside. Yeah, he almost hit him square in the back, but it really upset Mason's kart as he was turning in.
Yeah, he just was too close to him here.
Oh, he did hit up the right
just
rear.
Right there, and he just kind of slid out.
Back up just a little bit more before the contact.
I think Aaron was just coming into that turn.
All right, now roll it forward slowly. Very unusual. I mean, Mason must have just turned into that corner pretty hard in order to get the cart upset, to get the right rear bumper kicked out that far. So
I haven't really seen that before that
No.
much on the outdoors portion.
I mean, we saw a pass with Tyler and Jensen on the last round where Tyler went down the inside of that corner and it pushed Jensen to the outside of the corner, but that was side-by-side racing. It wasn't hitting him from the back. So
They just really just kind of
yeah,
put him there. Aaron's starting on a turn.
yeah. Well, I think he gave him the wave, right? So he's going to expect Mason to take the spot back. So
If I'm seeing it right, it looks like Kyle is going to be right behind them. Right here. Yeah, it looks like
Kyle
there's
Donahue
Kyle.
in the
So
number
now
15. Yeah, he's going to put
Mason, Aaron, and
himself in
Kyle.
the mix. They're going to hit the doors, and Mason's going to lead the pack there. So now you're looking at the second, third, and fourth. And is Nathan Blackerby going to join that party? He's got a few more car lengths back there. That number 7 right there, that's what we were talking about right before the incident, and the deliberate lift off the throttle to make sure that he pulls all the power off the motor and gets through the corner. See if we notice that as he comes through the S's over here. I guess we're not going to have a shot of that as well, but
They're doing a really good job taking that turn.
yeah.
All right, we got 12 minutes left, and I still feel like more than half the field needs to pit.
Oh, yeah, we have not had a lot of pit stops.
We've had, I think, 3 to 4 people. So we will see who's the next to pit. I think Katy's just enjoying herself in her cart, and
Yeah, but we're also watching the number 15 there of Kyle Donahue to see whether he's going to be able to catch those guys up front.
as Robert is into the pits.
This group of 3 right here. Couple spots in the track where they take out a gap and then he gains it back.
Yeah. Mason does go a little wide into that turn.
And yeah, Kyle really exaggerating the entrance to the carousel. That's where he's losing his time to the front straight.
He does know that when I was talking with him.
Yeah.
I know that's one of the turns he's really trying to focus on.
It's good that he swings that out wide because that's a tendency of the drivers to cut the carousel too close. But all right, here they come out. There we go. Another pit stopper, number 34, which is going to be George Leppert.
As Noah will be able to pass him there since he did jump in, since George jumped into the pit.
We'll continue to watch the on-track action here between 7 and 26. Yeah, I guess I just haven't noticed Mason with that deliberate lift off the throttle so much. Wow, a third car in the pits.
Some people do that.
Do they?
Yeah. Cart 23 looks like
Yep, follow
Noah
Mason.
has jumped into the pits.
They heard you, so everybody's doing their pit stops.
I know Aaron was probably upset with himself because he was right on the tail of Mason, and then he probably tried to go for something there, or he
Yeah.
just got too close to where it clipped Mason. But now there's that gap that just kind of seems like it's just stuck between them 3.
Same thing with Kyle back there. They've,
Yeah, they all kind of evened out as Katy goes purple with a
Oh,
38.93. And all those people that were in the pit are now back out on the track. It looks like Mason's jumping in and Kyle is jumping into the pits.
all right, so we'll follow the pit stops for these guys since they are the
Pretty much right behind each other. They're battling for their position.
clock starts to count down. Just remember, like when you enter behind somebody, you're not going to be able to leave before them either. So
Yep, just make sure they both pull up. Mason.
luckily, the clocks are 1 second apart, so Mason will be able to leave 1 second before him.
Oh boy. Don't forget they can pull up.
Yeah, they should be turned on the carts right away so they don't lose time, but
Take your foot off. There you go. There we go. All right. Stop at the blue line. You got 5 seconds. There they both go.
Kyle's going to be able to pull it for just a second and then...
See how Mason can merge, and then
launch.
Kyle's merging.
Oh, he's going to get caught with traffic. Is that Katy coming around?
That's Clinton. So Clinton's going to be able to get past Kyle there.
Yeah, but right in front. I think that was Katy who just went by the line.
Yeah, I think she's lapped them all.
Yeah. Well, she hasn't pitted yet either.
She hasn't. True. As it looks like Kyle's going to be behind Clinton now.
So Clinton's coming outside.
Kyle's got to get those tires warmed up.
Yep. Got to get the rears back up to temperature. Following the silver helmet now with the number 17 machine.
As it looks like Katy is
There's
now
your
into
leader.
the pits. Same with Aaron. And Aaron is in second place, so we'll see who can warm up their kart the quickest.
These guys do not have to swap the carts for the batteries. We do this for strategy purposes. Like we said, 40-minute stints are pretty possible with these lithium batteries.
Aaron just looks like he's done this before. he knows what he's doing, tightening his seatbelt, pulling up. That's perfect.
Katy's going to jump into number 19. Is that the last stop, I
It
believe?
should be the last stop, as it looked like it was the last kart.
Hi, guys. Xander and Ethan from a distance. And that'll be the launch for Katy. Now, she had plenty of gap on the field.
Yeah, it's really going to be where's Mason.
So, Aaron essentially becoming the leader of the race. Did he pass Katy on track? They're
Because
outside.
I think Katy was already a lap ahead of them.
Oh, she was a lap up. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you now. So we'll wait for Aaron to hit the timing line. There's Katy coming around the S's. There's outside. There's your leader. Probably coming back into the cool air conditioning.
There was this.
Yeah, so now Aaron's going to hit the line. Yeah, that'll put him into fifth. That'll sort things out and put Katy in the lead with 28 laps, and we're going to wait for Mason about 46 seconds or so. Got a battle going on here with George in the number 35.
It did look like Aaron might have gotten a penalty from that wreck of him hitting Mason, because it looked like they held him for 5 seconds.
Oh, they might have.
To where now Aaron has dropped to the 5th position.
That would make sense with avoidable contact.
So Clinton has moved up a significant amount.
Yeah. Clinton up to third in the
As
number 24.
Mason puts down a purple time with a 38.8, I want to say. Hopefully that's not 36.8.
Yeah, it's 38.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clinton's into the 39s. Everybody seems like they're running super quick times. As Noah is in 7th place, just right behind Nathan.
Yeah, Zach, let's gonna try to see where Mason is. That 44 seconds is it's over a full lap, so you got eyes on Mason
I think he's trying
Costello
to
and
figure
Clinton
it out.
Matthews
I think
yet?
Mason's coming into this. Yeah, coming into 4.
Coming to 4.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, we'll follow these guys, and they're gonna hit the outdoor.
I was trying.
Yeah, 4.5 minutes to go.
It'll pick them up. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
Mason's helmet looks cool too. It's that red and black. Got that little K1 Speed sticker on the front of it.
And it's number 21 just going to wave him by. Mason in the second spot, and the number 20 there rounds. Hugging the corner on this 95-degree day in Northeast Ohio. Ambient temperature is probably settling right around 85 degrees right now. Huge air temperature between the air-conditioned space of the indoor track and the hot soaked sun of the outdoor track. I particularly enjoyed this when I was driving because you get the hot air of the outside and the clear air, but then you came inside, it just felt cool and refreshing. So you
Is it like super hot, like in a race like this where you're
Yes.
wearing like shorts and a t-shirt?
Oh yeah, very hot. Pick it. We'll follow Mason again, Nathan. Yep, following 20.
Because, yeah, Katy's gap is up to 40 seconds as we have a whole
we got
group coming out here. It's
Is that Ricky who's in the mix there, who's
Yep.
in the last spot, but
can't go too wide on the outside because it's not always
going too wide as they go through the garage doors, Zach. There we go.
it's not always as it looks like Clinton's gonna kind of squeeze Kyle there.
Yeah, you should rewind that one to see what we got. All right, this pack is going to go through turn 4. Let's see what they do mixing it up outside. They got a little bit more gap between them now. A lot of mixed up contact, especially with lap traffic. Kyle's going to go down the inside into the carousel this time, but Clinton's got a preferred line through the carousel. Clinton will take the position back. Switching twice in 2 different corners. Oh, but Clinton's going to run wide again. Is that going to give Kyle an opportunity to close? Nope, the gap is going to be remaining about another car length.
Yeah, if you wanted to look at this, I think I got it pulled up.
All right, we're going to follow these guys for just a few more minutes here because we got a line of traffic and we've got one lap car in between the Clinton and Kyle, and then we got a gap back there to Aaron in the number 4. They're just trying to sort through the lap traffic. Kyle hasn't been able to regain position to Clinton yet.
Katy's just sitting in the middle of all of it, just like, please don't spin me out. Please don't spin me out. They got 1:19 left, so it might be one more lap.
And it looks like this tension's going to...
Looks like he's going to let Katy go by. Don't let the other person by. He might be battling him as Nathan's going to get past Aaron there.
Yeah,
for
that
the
gives
5th
Nathan
position.
Blackerby a position, even though Aaron didn't probably mean to give that up to him.
I've been there before.
Yep. It's easy to make that mistake.
It looks like everybody's going to be on their last lap.
Yep, that's going to allow Nathan to jump into the 5th spot as the white flag is going to come out, and Aaron's going to drop 1 position back to 6th. You wave the leaders by, but not more than one car.
Here they come around the outside as Aaron's being followed right behind. I think that's Robert behind him. It's all right. See if you can catch up to him.
And we'll switch inside because we need to pick up Katy Wise in the number 19 machine to see where she's going to finish.
Here she is.
Winner of the B main.
Katy
in
Wise.
round number 4. As I believe that was Nathan Blackerby who spun in turn 1. But throwing hands for, I'm not sure what reason. And the somewhat chaotic B main.
Hey, that's what the B
Lot
main
of-
is.
lot of
That's,
action.
yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Never know what you got yourself into.
That was chaotic for us to keep track of. I don't know what it's like for you guys watching, but good job to Clinton Matthews moving up to the 3rd spot and holding it. Him and Kyle had that battle towards the end. That was interesting to watch. And Mason Costello, pretty nice and steady the whole time there.
He
in
really
the 2nd
was.
spot.
Yeah. Sure, these guys are super hot.
Yeah, Katy already got the helmet off.
Oh, and
George missed the pits.
and Ricky missed the pits. And around we go again.
We'll just-
and another one.
We'll just take a lap around with these guys. Sorry. It's cool. We like it. Honest mistake. See if we got some pit camera action here.
Oh, I got it up here. Hold on.
Oh, look, there's Zach.
Hi, Zach. Yeah, the gap first to second, 36 seconds, almost a full lap.
Jacob, find some spot to stand and stay there so I can go under that.
Well, thanks for following along on that B main tonight. What was your favorite part, Adam?
I don't know.
Hopefully Mason's okay.
A lot of it. As you can see, Kyle and Clinton fist bumping. I know they were definitely battling out there.
Yeah.
It's fun being in the battles as long as you know that other person's not going to take it too serious.
Yeah, if it's done.
But when you guys are just friends and you're just bumping and battling it out, it's always a good laugh at the end.
Do you want to? We were going to go back to that replay, I believe, right?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah. This was when I think Clinton kind of squeezed him. You can see they're coming around the carousel right now. Right here, you can see Kyle trying to take the inside. And Clinton
did close down on him pretty hard.
Squeezing him, yeah. I guess it could go.
Back up even further and re-cue that. Oh, we got Katy standing by for an interview, so re-cue that just for a second, and then we'll go to Katy. Go it back before the carousel.
How far?
It was the turn before?
I can't. That's on the outdoor portion.
Okay.
We can go to Katy.
Okay. Hi, Katy.
Hello.
You almost completely lapped the field, so thanks for making it boring for us.
Oh, I guess it's a good thing the backwards cam wasn't working. It would have been a boring drive.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, I think you were 38 seconds from the field, so you were working lap traffic in the opposite of what you normally work lap traffic with, and that was just trying to put everybody lap down. So
I was trying.
yeah. This is pretty hot out there today.
A little bit.
Yeah, I think.
There's a nice breeze every once in a while.
Did you get that cool burst of air as you came inside every time?
Oh, it was so nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's cool air conditioning. So.
Yes.
So do you like leading the B main, or would you rather be fighting it out in the A main?
I mean, who wouldn't want to make A main? But I would much rather be the head of the snake than the tail of the snake.
True.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Who's your partner there?
This is my daughter, Hayden.
Hi, Hayden.
She's my youngest.
Yeah, PJ said that's the future, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's almost tall enough.
We're working on it.
Does
I'll
she-
stretch her out a little bit.
Yeah. Does she want to do an interview as well?
Hayden, do you want to talk? No. Say hi.
Say mommy is fast.
She's camera shy.
Oh, okay. We'll work on that. Well, congratulations on winning a B main. I know you maybe, like you said, would want to be in the A, but this was fun to watch too. So
I mean, it wasn't too bad since I had to drive half that race with my big toe the whole time.
why?
My pedals kept extending, and I was like to the edge of my seat driving with my big toe.
You made it look flawless.
It turned out
Good.
some
As long
quick
I
times.
just kept scooting. I told Dad I needed extenders because I couldn't reach them.
Yeah, we can arrange that next time for just in case.
Thank you.
All right, Katy, the bull takes the B main. Congratulations tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks. I guess she didn't really have to be the bull tonight.
No, she didn't. She was the flying part, not the bull. Oh,
I guess we got a chat from Jackson PB. What do we got there? Hi, James. Jackson PB. Wish I could have raced tonight, but cancer got back to me for a second round, hoping for a race in a month or 10 months, depending on what the doctor says.
that is
Wow.
not good at all.
No. Well, we're sorry to hear that. We'll be praying for you. We certainly miss you racing, for sure. I have heard that you've made a miraculous comeback, so we hope that is the same this time.
Alan is asking with the heat, how the heat affects the batteries.
Oh, good question, Alan. Let's check out some temperatures. The good news is not by a lot, but let me see if I can give you a guesstimate as far as
Look at
some
it. It affects the
temperatures.
tire pressures. You see
Yeah,
they're
tire
all
pressures
red.
for sure. Let's go to a car that was just on track.
What about 32? That was the one Katy was in before she pit, and she pit pretty late. That's not that bad.
We'll go back to the last 30 minutes. The cool thing is we got history on all the batteries, so we'll take a time frame of the first group, and So the MOSFET temp, we usually see those float anywhere between the 30 to 35 degrees Celsius, and today was about 40. So yeah, that's not bad. I mean, compared to where we were 2 years ago with other batteries, not bad at all. You go back to the 12-hour race, I did a little.
Maybe those get up to like 70, 80.
Yes,
Yeah.
70s was
Yeah, I think that
dangerously high.
That was the
yeah.
cutoff.
And the good news is, so we've got 2 other temperature probes in there that are kind of technically the cell temperature monitors. Those were sitting around 35, so really those are right where we average. MOSFET temps are the capacitors where the energy is passing through on the charge and discharge cycles. So those obviously get the most heat because there's a lot of energy transfer going on. So that's good to see that those are not getting abnormally high. But yeah, if we go back to the pit side report I did in the 12 hours, which is like somewhere in the middle of the 12 hours, you'll see the huge heat sinks that these batteries have, which helps extract the temperature out of the battery. Interestingly enough, we talked about the juniors wanting to do endurance races, and that's essentially what we found. The first hurdle is getting the heat out of the motor. The second hurdle is going to be the batteries. The batteries are doing fine temperature-wise, but the motor is what's given us the most problematic heat. And so we're going to try to get some air cooling circulating in the back of the junior cars and potentially doing some heat sinks on them to see if we can dissipate some of that energy. But adult cars don't have that problem because the motor is just, it's bigger, it's got bigger fans, there's already flow through the back of the chassis with some ventilation through the cars, and they do a pretty good job as it is. So
Got a whole crowd down there.
yeah. The whole K1 Speed Canton family.
I think it's pretty cool watching Dave. When Dave started coming here, he just wanted to race with his kid, and Gavin started getting really good. And then Dave's like, he just kind of started doing the leagues now. He's like, he's in it. He's in it now.
That's been the running joke is that, well, if Gavin gets to do it, then obviously Dave gets to do it.
Yep. I
And
know that's what the mom was saying when they were out in California. Well, if Gavin gets to ride these cars, I mean, Dave has to ride the fastest ones with them.
You can do the same thing. If you're watching this stream, we'd love to have you come race with us. Link is in the bottom of this video. There's a new page out on the K1 website that outlines the whole series. So it shows you
All the leagues.
Yeah, the 12 hours of Canton in March, which is the granddaddy of them all. We've got the 6 hours there, which is the mid-season race, and then this Endurance League, which fits in the middle of that. So that webpage is linked on the bottom of this video, and you can see that in a more graphical representation. Both of the Albrights in this finals. Talking about father-son combinations.
Very surprising that Adams just smacked that in the middle over there.
Yeah, great qualification run from him. Starting 6th.
He doesn't even race in like the adult GP or anything. This is like his first, I think, for us, competitive race, other than racing on a Saturday, Sunday morning. Not sure where the track staff went.
Now, based on this battery dashboard, trying to catch up a little bit.
It looks like they were all around like that 37.
Most of them are in good shape. Let me bring that up so you guys can. We'll show off the battery telemetry website tonight. It's not a top secret anymore because
It's not.
we've got they've got the video out for it. So
Does say it's still 90 degrees. Feels like 97.
I bet.
That is crazy.
We've had very mild temperatures here in Northeast Ohio, and then all of a sudden, the 20th of June comes around, full summer. It's in full swing. See if I can bring this full screen. Yeah. All right, try this. Our track staff uses this for situations like this.
There it is.
So that gives them a quick glance at what's going on in the field so they know exactly what cars are still need to be charged, and most importantly, how far along in the charging cycle they are. Because if you know lithium, you know that the voltage is consistent through about 80% of the window of charge rate. So if you are used to lead acid, you see this nice gradual ramp up, and that's the charge, and then nice gradual ramp down, which is actually not good for racing. But with lithium, you've got, it'll charge at 56.5, 57 volts for a long period of time, and then all of a sudden it'll hit the full threshold, and then it cuts off at 57 point, I forget the decimal place. But anyway, this dashboard helps them make heads and tails of all that stuff. Make it a little bit easier for them to run these races. So hope you find that interesting. That's part of the reason we like to live stream it, just show off that technology. All right. Anybody else in the chat rooming for anybody?
Yeah, we got Kim saying, let's go Harrison, as Harrison should be. Is he
He's the back of the field?
The back of the field.
Yep.
See how many people he can pass.
Yep.
See if he can make his way up to his father. That's starting in 6th or 5th. As you can see, Mark's grandpa down there, making sure everybody's picking the carts. And you can see Asher over there along the fence. He's their other kid. Very quick junior. He has, I think, maybe both the junior track records, indoor and outdoor.
Yeah, that's true.
He will definitely be one of the picks for the junior endurance race.
I was looking at Dom D'Angelo because he's your pole sitter tonight, and go back a season. So this was basically the fall of 2024 through the spring of 2025. And, he did take round number 4. He does have a victory under his belt, but he did win from pole. It's been a challenge for him in some of his other starting positions to try to move up through the field. So it's going to be interesting tonight to see how he does with that. But if Tyler Stevenson has anything to say about it, he's going to be looking for 3 consecutive victories.
Yep. Is he 2?
Starting right behind him.
All right. Yeah, it's going to be definitely a battle.
And, of course, Gavin Patterson, is
I mean,
going to remind him that he's right there.
Anthony right there, too.
Anthony. There's Jensen, number
definitely
15. Give us a
stressful.
thumbs up. The number 3 starter with Patterson, he's the one that did the 37.7 with boost on the warm-up before we got into session tonight. Even though he's starting in 3rd, he's shown pace for sure.
Then we got Alex. Yep. Looks like they got the backward camera on Dom. And then it looks like they are trying to get a camera on Mark. We'll see if it connects, as it looks like it is connecting right now. Yes, you are all good. Thank you.
Uneven number of drivers tonight, so the A-main will have the 1 additional driver, which is actually Harrison.
Kim says she believes that Harrison will pass a lot of carts.
Good, yeah.
There's a lot of carts in this race for him to pass, so.
Got one direction to go.
And we have Nicholas saying, let's go, Mark. And we also have Shay saying, let go get him, Mark.
They did ask for a camera on Mark, though. Did they get that one?
Oh, and Chelsea's saying, go, Mark. Here they all come.
There you go.
Mark does have a camera.
Mark got the camera. Thanks, track staff. You're awesome.
Yes. Yep. Ah, you don't got a camera. Now you got one now.
I want to watch Harrison's line. He's gonna come with us.
Eavesdrop what they're saying.
He says,
Don't even know what they're saying.
he says you'll beat.
That's
Just a lot of passing, and then your pit.
Mark's good. The only thing, if you get behind Mark, he's a hell of a walker.
That Trent guy didn't get past me.
Mark's really good at walking. Yes,
15 a cart. When you switch carts, you get 15 more.
Yeah. Now, do you know?
It looks like Kyle's now in the chat. Kyle's saying, "Let's go, Anthony." We got another go, Mark, and then we have good luck to everyone. Jude and I. That is their other son.
No.
He's at home rooting on Harrison and Adam.
I think the last live stream you asked who would have the most fans, and we confirmed it was Mark across
Yeah,
the board.
but I mean,
Yeah. Well, Albright.
we got
yeah,
Albrights
Albright's
are
got,
in here
yeah,
right
they're in
now.
here.
We got 2 of them.
Albrights are challenging for that lead.
Yeah, they got 3 kids. They all race here, and they're all pretty quick. Looks like we're about ready to send them off. We got a Mark Jr. in the chat saying, "Let's go, Mark."
Yeah, I should remember who that was.
Or you can make it
Oh,
private.
because I've seen that logo before, but I don't remember.
And then there was also a Lawson fan F1. Not sure who that is.
Or I can do it because I'm
I'm
manager. I can
gooning.
probably do that.
Where's that going?
What would the N be?
Good question. You're not supposed to know that.
Goonin.
You're not usually the one that reads English, but you're right. Oh, that's his dad, Chelsea says.
This is what? 2 years of this with you?
No. One.
Mark is the third.
Yeah. I haven't missed a single one.
Mark the third.
All right. I think we've got all the cars charged, so
In cart 13. Not sure where Owen is up there. He is up there. His grandpa's going to turn on the GoPro for Mark.
is that a safety clip on the GoPro?
I think it is.
Well, that's a good idea.
They got the whole setup.
Yeah.
They're ready. Is that the newest model of the GoPro, the 13?
13
That's
is,
the
yeah.
newest one.
Yeah.
Looks like they are letting them off on the track. And Chelsea is Mark's mom, if anybody was wondering.
Oh, okay.
So we got the whole family in here today,
Gotcha,
and the
okay.
rest of the family's here, because I did see Ryan sitting over there in the corner.
Yeah, Ryan was here racing earlier. Pole sitter Dom D'Angelo going to warm up the tires. Random cart assignments. You still get your swap at any point during the race. 30-minute race. Come into the pits whenever you like. Early or late. Or pit more often if you want to, but that would be bad. And then...
Oh, and here comes Dom in for his third pit. I'm not sure what he's doing.
Not sure. He's still in the lead somehow, but... And because they get random card assignments, they come out of the pits in different order, so get themselves out. Yeah, we usually do talk about pit stops with warming up the tires. They're not far off operating temperature with ambience that they are today. They're still going to be a little slidey after they change cars, but
Yeah.
they're definitely a lot warmer than they usually are here when the center's about 60 degrees ambient temperature.
I am? I don't think I am. No, he beat me by like 40 milliseconds.
Bro, you got to be back, bro. Whoa!
I know. I think Kart 1 does have some trouble in reverse. Kind of have to be on an ankle.
Press firmly.
Tell him to hold the button down and hit the gas.
Well, don't hit the gas. You don't want to launch forward.
As Owen's just standing there for commentary.
I thought I was in front of him.
Yeah, Mark is in front of Xander.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
I thought you were on that line. You were just...
Well, I thought that's where I was too.
Hey, Owen, you want to push that car back into its grid spot?
No, he's too busy
Yeah.
going, oh.
Yeah, too busy.
I think I'm pretty close.
You're good. You're solid.
All right.
As the first, 3-4 guys are always in their spot right away and just kind of wondering what's going on back there.
Yeah. We'll have a backward shot from Dom
This is
D'Angelo.
going to be an insane race because there are a lot of these guys. Anybody can take it here.
All right, we're trying to get this race underway until as soon as Owen gets his act together. I got a message that says Gavin, Jensen, and Dave all got karts on Friday afternoon. So Jensen is part of the gas karting community now officially.
Wow. That's awesome. When are you going to get one?
I got enough of my own to take care of.
Can't you trade one of these in and get one? We can make one of these gas.
I'm sure they'd appreciate that.
Not sure why I'm so far behind here.
Off they go for round number 4. Tyler not getting a great start because Dom got a good jump, and Gavin's going to be right on the back of that blue helmet of Tyler Stevenson into turn 2.
Yeah, it looks like Alex has this pass on Adam right here, and Jensen's going to push his way up.
That's going to give Jensen the outside of turn 4, which is always messy, but they're going to go too wide as they head out to the garage.
They're too wide coming around the outside bend right now as Alex is going to go into that tire rubble. Got to slow down. Don't use anybody as a brake. Everybody just slow down, use your brakes.
It's the 2 orange shirts of Alex
really
Eckelberry and Adam Albright battling it out together. As you see Ethan back there in the mix with Mark Davis. We'll go on board with Mark for just a minute so we can see that battle. PJ Manipenny able to move up a spot. He started in 10th and he's now up to 9th. Same thing with Jensen. Jensen in the 8th starting spot. He made up 2 spots on that first lap. Check out this stream of cars through the S's. Harrison Albright holding on to the tail of the field, so not as much gap as we saw in the B main, that's for sure. They have not spaced themselves out very long as Dom D'Angelo put up purple 38.8 on the second lap. He's pulled out a significant gap from Tyler Stevenson, who's got Gavin just 1 car length behind him. As they close rapidly, both these guys have very good pace under normal conditions in arrive and drive racing. Gavin's going to be right on his tail, making sure that Tyler Stevenson is directly under control. Blue gloves guiding that steering wheel. Let's follow them into turn 1 back there, Zach.
It's really just going to be who can pit, where you're going to pit. You're just trying to pit at the right time. Hopefully you don't come out in too much traffic and you can throw down some heaters.
Oh, Harrison got past Xander.
I heard Nathan say Xander got paths.
Did you hear that too?
Yeah. We got a mic on his camera back there. And there's PJ right in the mix with Adam as well.
Yeah, it looks
they're
like
going to hit the inside.
Harrison did pass Xander there.
Yep.
As those back 4 are definitely battling each other. We're kind of in stages of 4 right now.
Xander in the reddish helmet in the car number 1 back there. Harrison right in front in car 33, kind of a white helmet. They're going to go hit the straightaways. So this is everyone from 10th on back. You got Ethan Mast leading the field, Mark Davis in the number 13.
There we go.
The replay manager got it straightened out. And we'll switch up just one group from there. Nope, I guess Zach's going to follow this group again. Thank you.
Looks like Harrison's trying to make a pass on Mark. He's going, trying to take the inside, kind of jams the brake there. Ethan is holding up Mark, and Harrison's looking pretty fast in that kart.
As soon as we see how these guys are going to sort out, we'll probably... Oh, Mark's going to take the inside line. Go follow the outside there. I got on board with camera.
It looks like Harrison's going to try to squeeze in there.
Mark Davis made it by. He's going to have the preferred into the S's.
It looks like Harrison's made it past Ethan. It looks like Ethan might be throwing his hand up a little bit.
Yep, there the insides there, Zach. As he seesaws the steering wheel back into position. That's going to move Mark Davis up as well as Harrison and take Ethan back 2 spots. And that's going to give Mark Davis a lot of clean real estate in front of him. If you want to use the boost button to get away from the field, now's a good time to do that. It's right in front of him, and well, not right in front of him, but ways ahead of him. We'll go back up to the number 7 position of Alex Eckelberry, who just got passed by Jensen Janda. Followed closely by the other orange shirt of Adam Albright. They're coming out there, guys.
Harrison's catching Mark pretty quickly. That's going to be
PJ not wanting to leave the party. Right back there behind Adam Albright.
PJ sitting in 8th. Does look like Dave came into the pit, right? Dave Pitt?
Dave Patterson pitted, yes.
Okay. What did I say? Pitted?
Let's check up on Don D'Angelo. Let's see what he's got from his rearview shot.
Nothing. Track.
Nothing. But we do have a battle right there with into turn 1, which is going to be Tyler and Gavin, number 2 and 3. I did see Gavin with a purple lap there a few seconds ago.
Jetson's moved up a lot. I think Jetson started in 8th, and he's all the way up to 5th right now.
That's correct. Yeah, Jensen started in 8th, yeah.
Looks like Harrison started in 13th and is up to 10th. So if you want to look at this replay, this was the pass that Harrison had on Ethan when Ethan raised his hand. Go ahead. You can see them over here kind of battling each other, and you can see Harrison taking the...
Oops, sorry.
Oop.
Keep going.
You can see Harrison taking the inside right here, kind of squeezing in, but he was like half the kart.
He did by the time he got to the apex.
And
he came from a long ways away, that's for sure.
You could tell Ethan was a little upset about it after this turn. He raised his hand.
But Ethan did leave the door wide open.
He did, yeah.
For that.
But Harrison has moved up 3 spots so far.
As we follow back along with 2nd and 3rd.
Harrison is catching up to his father. Gavin's might just be playing this safe right now to see how the pits come out.
Well, I think Gavin is on a tear in 3rd spot, but Tyler has really learned the defensive line over the last 6 to 8 months. One of the reasons he's won back-to-back.
Old Tyler, he used to be super nice and let you pass.
Yep, almost let him by. They're coming inside. There they go, Zach.
Looks like, you can kind of see Gavin's trying to set him up around those turns.
He's right up on the wheel of that number 26 machine.
I know Tyler can feel it. It does look like they are kind of closing the gap on Dominic a little bit, though.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so half a second is the gap currently. I guess we'll be able to find out on the next time by if that changes. I wasn't watching it before. I don't know. Physical distance is pretty similar. Follow the number 2 and number 3, Zach. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess it is pretty similar.
Oh, Zach can look. I'm sorry. Gavin looking
looks on
all over the
outside.
back of him.
Now, they don't want to mess each other up and
Nope.
accidentally go for it, and then you...
He's going to squeeze Tyler a little bit, but Tyler's going to have the preferred line, as always.
Because
Gavin's going to he's going to look down the
Oh, wow,
inside
yeah, it looks
of
like
him.
Gavin boosts there going to the outside. You can see him put his head down and just punch it.
Tyler did that kind of the reverse to Jensen last round. I think he hit the boost at an unexpected time, and he was just able to push past him. It looked exactly like what Gavin was able to do. Now he's going to pull a couple car lengths on him. $15 boosts loaded on the car, and that's 15 per session. You had 15 for qualifications, 15 for your first kart. After you do your second stop, you'll have 15 more. And those guys are going to be a little bit more spaced out as they go the outside. And we're going to check from onboard Dom D'Angelo and see if this gap between him and Gavin Patterson starts closing now that he's got past number 23 of Tyler Stevenson.
As Nancy is saying, let's go, Dom, or good luck, Dom.
So time between first and second was a .1. Now it's a .3 as they go past the timing line.
Oh, so Gavin is closing in on it.
No, barely. He lost a couple tenths. He's definitely opened up the
As you
gap.
can see
to
down there, it
Tyler.
looks like PJ has passed Adams. Now Harrison is right behind his father in the 8th and 9th position.
Gavin's really
Gavin's
working that
definitely-
gap. Let's see what it is when we go across the line. Well, 7 tenths that time, but he did go purple.
He did go purple, 38.470, and Dom's was a 38.8.
It must be, no.
I think the gap's messed up.
Well, no, so it's the negative. Okay, so it does work the opposite direction. So he did close the gap.
So it's going up to 1,000 or 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it calculates it that way.
So it's at
but it
3.
does. Yeah, it is showing that he's closing it.
Yeah,
Wow,
you can
Gavin-
tell he's right
yes,
on
he's
him.
going to be right on the
That was
heels
a
of Dom D'Angelo.
Really good turn. This kart 7 was into the pit. Not exactly sure who that was.
That's Tyler.
Tyler?
23 is Tyler. I see his blue helmet back there
Oh,
in the pits.
Tyler did just leave the pit. Okay, Ethan's leaving the pit right now. It's Tyler's entering.
Dom D'Angelo's going to have a lot of pressure from the young kid from behind.
As Jensen has jumped all the way up into the 4th position here, with Tyler going into the pits.
Now less than a car length between first and second.
As Gavin's going to get right on the bumper.
Really driving
He's
it in
right
deep that
behind
corner.
him. Very good turn right there for Gavin. As you can see, Dom's pulling away a little more, kind of.
Now Dom's
being
going
a
to be
little
go defensive into turn number 1.
So you can feel Gavin just kind of bumping on the back of him there. As they're going to have some traffic coming to the outside.
We'll go outside the overhead camera.
As it looks like that's Mark. Let's see if Mark's going to let him pass. This could be a chance for Gavin to get past Dom.
Lap traffic has been known to be an issue on these shorter
As
races.
Anthony throws down the fastest lap of the day so far with a 38.069. As here comes Mark. As this looks like he's going to let him go. Good job, Mark.
Not going to change the
They're still right
group
there.
between, the gap between. That's probably the cleanest way Mark could have let him go, is to run wide turn 1.
It was. And Gavin takes that. He's flying around that outside. He carries so much speed.
So we assume that he was able to make the pass earlier because of boost. So we'll be watching to see if his car starts accelerating even higher, if he hits it, trying to pass Dom D'Angelo.
You can see Dom still trying to be a little defensive going down that straightaway. As it looks like he's going to... Oh, he almost got on the side of him. Dom kind of
got a little
slides.
squirrely. Oh, but that's going to open up a car length gap. Let's follow them outside as they're around on the outside. battle for the lead. Both of them hugging the inside of that corner really well. Very nice and controlled.
As they're coming inside, here comes Gavin's gets so close to that bumper. Looks like Gavin's going to try the front, and Dom blocks him, and he's going to go back outside.
Dom has done this before. He knows how to take the defensive line.
And he learned from a really good racer.
Yep. Kart number 9 of Alex Eckelberry is going to be in the pits. These guys are coming out.
If you just watch Gavin around here, he like slingshots himself around there.
In the last couple laps, I noticed that there was very late braking going into this corner. So let's watch here and see if he dives into this corner. Not as close. Still doing that little bit of throttle lift to make sure that he's got good traction going to the front straightaway. But Dom doesn't have to do the middle of the line this time.
He gets close right there, too.
Good speed through turn 1. Throwing up the hands for apologies for bumping. Good gesture. And this time there's going to be a little bit more of a gap going outside.
And now they keep like getting super close and then kind of breaking away and then getting super close.
Dom's able to open the gap coming out of the S's, and then Gavin just dive bombs here into turn 1 to really make that back up. Ooh, a little bit of half throttle there, pushing. These cars, it's really hard to do half throttles on. It's got a pretty much an on and off sensor to it, but it looked like he lifted just enough to take drive off. It's got a feel for it. That's pretty good. Going to be pushing him through the S's now.
Coming up on more lap traffic coming into the garages.
Dom's still got lots of room there. Was that Dave in front of him?
Might be Dave.
I think that was the number 19 that went by.
We'll see if Dave can play a part here to help out his son.
Would he ever do that?
No, I think Dave wants to beat
Gavin.
One time.
We'll check overhead as the leaders come outside.
Gavin gets right on the side. Dom's doing a very good job just staying in front of him.
Yes, and I've made comment before about how Dom has improved his racecraft over the years. I think this is a great example of that. 24 laps in, a lot of pressure from behind. I think in the past he would have had a tendency to crack under this pressure. He's doing really good to control Gavin behind now. Dom is determined to be a race winner. Got one under his belt from last year. He's hungry for another one this season.
Got 13 minutes
That
left
is the number 19,
race.
so it is Dad up front.
That is Dad.
So
he's doing good keeping pace, though. They're not catching him too quickly. They might throw him the blue here. Looks like they did.
Okay,
now
so
he's going to see his son pass him.
Yep. Well, he did it clean, though, so I'm sure Armand was taking a good look at that to make sure he wasn't going to try to screw up Dom and allow Gavin an opportunity to take a pass. So Harrison in the pits, the number 33.
Ooh.
Yeah, talk about moving up. Harrison's starting in 13th position. He's up to 7th right now.
It's crazy. Another one would be Jensen.
I want to keep following this lead, but the way these guys are going, they're just on rails and just sticking together, so we may not miss anything if we break away.
I think everybody else is pretty spread out, though.
That's true. There are a lot of gaps.
Looks like Harrison's coming pulling up into the pits.
Gavin's going to try something a little different this time, a little bit more to the outside, but that'll allow him to undercut through the carousel? No, not quite. Going to force him to the long way around turn 1. Both of those drivers pretty clean through 2 and 3. check here for just a second because I know we got Mark Davis fans in the chat here. So
There he is right behind. It looks like that's Jensen ahead of him.
Yep. But obviously, one of the pit stops, we got, I believe, Alex Eckelberry on down through the list has done pit stops based on the 1:21 second lap time or gap time.
Yeah.
We'll let you know if anything changes up here in the front between Dom and Gavin. You can hear the tire squeal as Mark is,
Kart's been going through it today.
yeah, kind of understeering on him a little bit. Zach's got an overhead shot of the number 21, so we'll cut over there.
It'll be pretty interesting to
Sorry,
see
32.
where Tyler can come out. Because I know when he pit, he was behind Gavin. I just don't know if he's gained any track or Anthony's gained some track.
Good point. We should be watching his lap times. Watch
30
32 as he comes out. He's going to be behind these leaders.
As it looks like Dom is coming into the pit. He raised the signal. Here
All right.
comes Dom.
Leader into the pits.
And PJ's also in the pits right now.
We'll stay with him in camera one. Follow to make sure his pit stop is clean.
We'll see if Gavin can try to throw down some quick laps right now.
That's going to be Gavin's goal now. "55 seconds on the clock. You are allowed to pull up to the blue line."
Dom needs
Dom
to
is
pull up.
doing good, making sure his
Oh.
seatbelt's nice and tight.
I didn't even realize he turned his cart on. I thought his cart was off. I was about to say he's
Oh.
going to get stuck in there. Perfect timing. He's got to wait just a little bit, and then we'll see where Dom can come out.
We've asked that they not make a run to the line. So they must stop before the blue line, before they launch.
Here he comes. Not sure.
And 17
Looks
will
like
dive
Jensen.
in. Yep. So with Jensen being on the same pit stop strategy now, that's an interesting gap. So he's really moved up and taken advantage of the clean track space. He's going to be a contender there. Possibly will be after Gavin completes his pit stop. So we're going to be watching Gavin's lap time, 38.7.
Well, I don't think Jensen's pit yet.
Oh, he didn't. I'm
Adam,
sorry.
Jensen, Anthony, Gavin all still need pits. Anthony's thrown down a 37.9. So
Yeah.
it's really going to be interesting where Anthony can come out.
Yeah, sorry. I thought Jensen had pitted, but yeah, he's still in the 15 machine where he started in. Sorry.
'Cause it looks like Dom and Tyler. So wherever Tyler is to Dom, that's where they're going to be.
All right, so let's pick. We'll follow the number 14. He's coming outside. And we'll watch his lap time, and we'll be waiting for Gavin to pit. Now, Gavin can wait as long as he wants. I mean, as long as he gets it in before the checkered flag, he's good.
True.
We know the drivers like to hang onto the cars as long as possible when they like them, and they ditch them early when they don't. So, must be a good sign for the number 26.
And the 25. So yeah, there's Dom, and then you can see where Tyler is.
Right there.
Right there.
Right at the
That's
bottom
the
of your
gap
shot.
between those two. So we'll see if Gavin and Anthony can maybe squeak out in front of Tyler, or see if Tyler can split in between them. It'll be pretty close, but we also are just waiting to see when they pit.
So top 4 now. Still need to complete their stop.
Correct.
We're still following along. The blue helmet, Tyler Stevenson.
You can just like see the line.
I was just going to say that. Track is really rubbered in.
As it looks like Jensen has entered the pit.
All right, so we'll follow him on this pit stop.
See where Jensen can come out. He did start in 8th, so we'll see how many places he's jumped. He's chugging the kart along, even though there's a time.
It's habits.
Oh!
Jensen's got his K1 World Championship shirt on. He was one of our drivers representing K1 Canton.
And it looks like Gavin has also entered the pit, and same as Anthony. So we got 3 guys into the pit.
All right, we'll keep an eye on here. We'll keep an eye on Gavin here as he exits number 28.
He's taking his sweet old time. We can keep an eye on both. So it looks like
So that time it just expired.
Jensen's
was for
time.
Jensen. Now we're following the car 26 timer of 14 seconds. He can pull up.
And it looks like Adam has pitted. So all the guys are into the pit. Everybody's pit. And
All right, that's it. 1 second. There he goes.
There he
Go,
goes.
Gavin. Go, Gavin. Go. What is he pointing at?
he's thinking of the wrong cart.
I don't know.
He's thinking of the wrong cart.
He's
You gotta
losing
go.
time. Anthony's just going to have to go.
I think he thought his was a different cart number. As they both pull out in front of Tyler.
Oh, he may have thought he was looking for his new cart number, not his old cart number.
As Tyler comes out right behind him. So they still were able to get in front of Tyler. So now Tyler's going to battle with Anthony here for 3rd place, I want to say. As Gavin probably was going to be pretty close to Dom.
Yeah, he definitely would have been a lot closer. He lost a
You
lot of
see
time
Dom
on that.
coming in, or Dom just came in.
And Tyler's going to give Anthony a run for his money on the cold tires.
Yeah, Anthony just needs to hang on.
But now there's your gap sorted out between 1st and 2nd and 3rd and 4th. Everyone completed stops now. What a jump from Anthony. Of course, we saw him run purple.
37.
Staying out a little bit longer allowed him to get the jump in front of these guys. He definitely will be happy to have that progress after falling back last race. These two battled it out last round, though. This is a repeat battle.
Yeah, as you can see
In
at the
the
bottom there, too, it looks like Harrison has passed Adam. This should be the order.
Yeah, everybody's completed. So as of right now, Dom D'Angelo clearly in the lead with dominating time, but we're watching this
The gap.
the gap between 3rd and 4th now of Anthony and Tyler.
Tyler's going to try to go inside, but pulls away at the last second.
The shoes are on the opposite feet this
And
round.
Tyler's aggressive. He will try to go for it. He's learned how to.
Anthony taking a quick look behind to see what the gap is.
There he
no.
goes.
He was going to try it, but he knew better. He wasn't far enough along.
Very smart.
Hard on the brakes into turn 1.
You don't want to mess anything up, and then you could receive a penalty, or who knows.
We're going to see if we can get a replay of that one because he was definitely close, but he made a split-second decision. He wasn't going to be able to make it. Slammed on those brakes. About a 2.2 second gap between 1st and 2nd. So we're going to let those guys continue to run. Gavin's going to have a lap car in between them. I can see in the corner of the shot, but this is the battle we're interested in at the moment between 14 and 28.
Gavin goes purple.
Gavin's still setting fast laps in that 35 car, number 35. Now they're going to go side by side. Tyler's not going to have enough to swing wide through the carousel as Anthony defends. And again, Tyler gets a pretty good run, but Anthony's already in the middle of the track. So, Tyler's going to get a run on the inside. He's going to have turn number 2, and he's going to get past Anthony Narofsky as they enter 3, and they sort it back out.
That was clean.
So that gap that Anthony has gained while pit stops were going on.
Yeah, I wonder if
Now
Tyler
been
saved
reversed.
boost to make the pass. But Anthony's going to try to give it right back to him.
Number 28, hot on the heels of 14. Anthony's also going to take a look down the inside, but also not going to have the room to do it. Tyler's going to have preferred line into 2, and they sort of back out as Anthony now pushes, and white flag is going to fly with 57 seconds remaining on the clock. Tyler getting away clean outside.
Gavin has closed the gap. Gavin with a 37.8, fastest time of the
He
race
has,
so far.
but on track, you've got, let's follow them, Zach.
it
Dom
looks like
D'Angelo
this should
coming
be
around.
checkered flag.
And Dom D'Angelo is going to win from pole position for round number 4. And Gavin Patterson just on the last lap closing the gap to finish second. Tyler Stevenson and Anthony Orosky finishing 3rd and 4th respectively after that heated battle at the end of the race. A good job to both of those drivers. We'll follow Jensen as he comes around the carousel for 5th. A little bit of wrist relief there.
Yeah, he
Alex,
started in 8th and was able to finish 5th.
stay wide, Zach, so we can see PJ as he comes across.
And Dave.
Dave Patterson in 8th.
If you want, you can look at the replay. We have that pass that Tyler did have on Anthony here for that 3rd position. As you can see them coming into the first turn. Looks like Tyler just played it wide and just kind of hung on to it.
I wonder if Anthony expected him to hold on
Yeah,
to it
'cause
there.
right
because
there, he kind of looked surprised.
Anthony went back to the right like you'd normally do in turn 2.
And then Tyler was able to just kind of block him off there to where Anthony couldn't do the switchback on him.
Riding on board with the winner from pole position, Dom D'Angelo.
That's got to feel real good for Dom. Where did he finish last race?
Dom's finish overhead here.
There you go.
3rd.
Yeah,
So he's gone from 5th to 3rd to
5th to
1st.
3rd last time. Yep.
And
And-
Jensen has gone 1st to 3rd to 5th.
So yeah, Jensen started. We said 6, right?
8th.
8th. Yep.
He
And
moved up to
finished. So he's in the threshold of potentially the biggest mover. We haven't run all the numbers yet.
I think that will go to Harrison.
Oh, because Harrison.
He did pass like 4 guys. Because he
Harrison
started in
finished
last.
9th and started 13th. Yep. So that would potentially make him the biggest mover.
Harrison did a great job out there.
The sweat pours off the drivers tonight. That was a hot race for sure. Looking at best times, we know Anthony towards the end of the race had a purple lap,
Gavin.
but it ultimately was Gavin with a 37.825. And I believe, did he set that towards the end?
He did. It was like the second to last lap. Yeah. 37.8.
37.825 was lap 42. I'm just making mental note because they're going to talk about how kart 26 was so great.
No, 35.
I know, he said it in car 35, but 26 was his first car.
Oh.
So he didn't set the fastest lap in car 26. All right, track, who we want to interview? Obviously, we got to talk to Dom. He's the winner, obviously. There he is. He's got a headset.
He's already ready.
Dom, congratulations winning from pole position tonight. How was your race?
It was super fast, super clean.
Did you feel any particular pressure from Gavin? Of course you did, but how was that?
Oh yeah, tons of pressure. He was flying out there.
He was.
Holy crap. I know in the beginning he was caught up with Tyler a little bit. I don't know if Tyler let him by or he passed Tyler. Either way,
He
he
passed.
caught up to me super quickly. I'm like, okay, we defended for a while. He got next to me once, I think. It was a little mistake I made, and then it was kind of just bumper to bumper from there. And then I pit before him, and then that was pretty much the gap. I know he might have had a little user error in the pits, but either way, he was behind. He was behind someone, I think. And he got by that. Within the last 5 laps, the gap he made up was. It's unheard of. That was insane.
Yeah, that gap was all because of his error in the pit. Yes, you're right. So I think maybe we can talk to him, but we think he was looking at the car number and not assuming it was his car number. I'm not sure. He was pointing to the scoreboard, and that set him back. But man, he really closed the gap at the very end.
2 laps, 40 and 42 out of the 43 that he did. That was 37.9 and a 37.8.
Yeah, that kid was flying.
I mean, you didn't do too shabby either. I mean, your fastest lap was a 38.2.
Yeah.
But he definitely takes that one for the fastest lap of the race. So.
Yeah, by a long shot. I definitely went into the race thinking that I was a little worried about Tyler at 23. It was a great kart in qualifying, and he was kind of joking around with me. And then my first kart, whatever it was, ended up being pretty mighty, so that was good. And then I don't know what happened with Tyler at 23. And then I got lucky with 17. It wasn't too bad. I had to wrestle the steering wheel a little bit outside, but.
Yeah, they're good karts. What do you say? He's not going to agree with me. All right, fine, whatever.
No, I agree. They're all the same.
Yeah, we try to do our best. Try to
put
make
down the same times that they did in the qualifier. So
yeah. Any shout outs to your friends and family watching?
Mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa.
Thanks for watching.
I don't really know. Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations, Dom. You're winner of round number 4.
Good job.
Awesome.
Oh, sorry. What'd you say?
Do you want Gavin?
Oh, yeah. Let's talk to Gavin.
Gavin! Make your way over there. They're not going to see you all the way over here.
There is Armand.
If you wouldn't have messed up the pits and you were flying like that, without that air, you would have got by me. I would have just let you by it. How fast
Gavin, we're particularly interested in one thing, and that was when you were leaving the pits, what were you waving your hand for?
So I was looking for my new card number on the pit board.
That's what we figured.
Yeah.
And it was showing my old, and I was just confused. I lost like 3 seconds in the pits.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Did Anthony say anything? Because you did kind of hold him up a little bit.
Did I? When,
maybe like
at
a second
end?
longer. No, during the pit stop, because Anthony was right behind you.
No, he didn't say anything, but I didn't even realize about that. Yeah, I should probably tell him sorry about that.
Well, you still get fastest lap of the race, so congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you.
And you got it in your second kart, too, which I think was particularly impressive. So.
Yeah, I got 2 good karts. I was aiming for 35 because in practice before the race, I had a 37.7 in the kart.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got in it was like completely different. I was like, whoa, what happened to this?
Yeah, Dom was saying that he was getting really scared that you were like flying around the track. You can even see you going around that outside turn. You would like pick up some speed super quick.
Yeah, my dad told me that when I came out, I had Dominic had a 5-second lead on me, and at the end, it was a 0.3 second gap.
Yeah.
It was very close.
Yeah, you closed it not only in your first stint, but in your second stint. So congratulations on that. Look forward to seeing you racing again here soon.
Yep,
Thanks for taking
me
time
too.
to talk to us. Well, we usually have a flawless A main or a flawless B main, and it seemed to prove again.
Yep.
We had
it's always one or the
a few
other.
flaws in the B, and then A was running great. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Biggest compliment you can give us is to watch another video that'll appear down here momentarily. And if you have a chance to come race with us, go click on those links and join us. So we would love to see you guys. So thanks for the hardworking crew at all K1 Speed Canton that makes these races possible. And thanks for joining me, Adam. We look forward to seeing you guys on the next live stream. Have a good night.